welcome to my channel, Creative Gaming. My name is Dorothea, and today we're doing the intro a little bit differently because this is actually not live gameplay. This is some gameplay I recorded a few days ago, and I didn't feel like chatting and talking, so we're doing the chatting and talking about now. But I have finally decided that it's about time we get some actual armor, so I go monster hunting for some XP right now in this boring part of the clip. And honestly, it takes so long. It really makes me realize how badly I need to get a XP farm, and mobs are spawning on top of my roof, so that is not all that good either. Like, imagine a creeper spawning up there, and suddenly, when I go outside, the creeper just comes falling down my head. That would not be pretty. I'd rather not have that happen, so, yeah. But so, we keep fighting until morning comes, and then, because I don't yet have XP enough to get level 30 enchantments, I go out to kill some pigs and chickens, followed by me going home to actually light up my roof, because we really do not want creepers. I hate creepers. Creepers are the worst, and there's a bee. I don't know why, but I have some unhealthy obsession with bees. That's simply just a thing in Minecraft, and I really need to get to play with it, because that's what I need to do. And this is the reason why I'm getting XP, because I actually want decent armor. So here I make the diamond armor, because I got the diamonds at this point in time. I have mostly been mining off cam, and this looks really cool. But so it becomes night again, and so I go out to kill some more zombies, because that's what we are supposed to do with zombies, right? And honestly, nothing interesting really happens. It's just another ordinary night. At least until this happens. Did you hear that in the background? Yeah, turns out I haven't slept for 3 nights, and I am still using my iron armor because the diamond armor is not enchanted, and I do not really want to confront these, what's their name again? I don't get them on video, and I can't for the life of me remember their names. Phantoms. It's called the Phantom. But so I enchant my diamond helmet with protection 4 and respiration 3, which is going to become really handy later on in this episode. And then I go down into a mine because now it's day, and I think to myself, alright, let's get some XP by mining, because I usually think that goes really fast. Thing is, I was greatly disappointed when I found diamonds, and yeah, that there was only 2 diamonds. That was a great disappointment, and so I decided to go home, go back up, and I fixed things up. I did with things what I had to, crafted blocks, and threw mob drops into the right chest, and everything has its right spot. And we go out and mob hunting again, and this should really be a warning sign that I shouldn't have done it, because oh my god, I'm about to freaking die. Only thing is, I'm an idiot, so here, without full health and a skeleton shooting at me, I anger an enderman, and I try to eat, and I have my second death of the Minecraft world so far. That really was not all that pretty. But I ran out, I got my stuff, nighttime was about to come anyway. No, daytime was about to come anyway, so it's fine. And, yeah. I get the last XP I can, and I go down, out into the desert to get some sand.
You gotta notice, hey, I'm falling in love, you're feeling something. lucky. Feel so lucky, feel so 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 lucky. You gotta notice, hey, I'm falling in love. You're feeling something, hey, you cannot control. Yes, in time you came, and you changed all my perspective. Yes, in time you came, and I love it, I love it. It's so great to have in my life, make me feel so lucky, feel so lucky. It's so great to have in my life, make me feel so lucky, 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 feel so lucky.
Alright, so since those little clips, I have gone out and I've killed a lot of mobs that took a lot longer than I would have liked, and I did wonder if I should go into the nether and get XP, and I did wonder how fast would it have gone if I had an actual XP farm. But I don't, which sucks. But I do have plans to make an XP farm. Only problem is we could make a guardian farm or one of those classic mob farms, but I kind of really want to do an on-demand farm, which means that we have to kill the dragon first. And I don't know about you, but that just seems a little early. But we have a soul that's kind of dying. We're right now running around in iron armor, and over here we've got our diamond helmet and chestplate that's already been enchanted, and we have a little bit more stuff that I'd like to see if I can get anything decent on with my newfound levels. Alright, that is pretty good. Depth starter 3, if I remember correctly, means that I can move faster underwater. Unbreaking 3 and protection 4. It's not, this one isn't the best, but I don't really want to. Alright, we're just running sharpness 3, but honestly, that aren't too bad either. I have done a little bit of mining off camera. And you see, I want to enchant 2 pickaxes, I think, because I'd really love to have both a fortune pickaxe, but I'd also really love to have a silk touch pickaxe. So we're gonna make 2 pickaxes. And we only got efficiency 4. And of course we don't have enough levels. I don't remember what Band of Afropats does. The old pickaxe is gonna lay here for a little while, together with our small amount of enchanting stuff. We're gonna throw the old sword in. I'm not sure I really care to use it anymore. And I think this was about time. Alright, so the thing is, I already have gotten loads and loads of sand. But something that I'm still going to need is that I'm going to need clay, which I've already dug clay when I had to do the house, because it's red terracotta, and I had yet to find out that we had a mazer really close to our base. So that means we have kind of gotten everything in our immediate area. Well, probably not everything. But we have taken a lot of what is in the immediate area, and we're also gonna need some gravel, actually. But we're gonna take a quick look, see if we can find anything, and hopefully we can, because if not, that's gonna suck a lot, because that means we'll have to go on a adventure to get some. And while I don't mind adventures, oh! We have missed some. Oh yeah, we also have respiration. This is awesome. So I kind of feel like there's something we absolutely have to talk about. And that might just because it's totally my childhood. But you would think after like 9 seasons of Winx Club and 3 different movies, as well as, 2 original seasons on Netflix, that the name Winx Club was kind of overused at this point in time, and like, yeah, sure, you might be able to get a little bit more content out of it, but it would be really limited. And honestly, partly because I was no longer a kid when the last few seasons came out, and partly because it sucked. I actually haven't watched the last few seasons of it. I just never found the energy to actually dig through those last few seasons. Especially after they decided that they were going to make a weird combination style of 2D and 3D, which I'm sure some people are in absolute love with. But I never really liked it, because I felt like they looked really bad in 3D. And I mean, it's not that they didn't look okay, but they just... To me, they just didn't look right in 3D. I'm sorry. You're very welcome to hate me, but that's the reality of the situation. But so you'd think, just like me, that alright, they have used this name enough, and they've tried to do enough with it at this point in time. And then I'm on YouTube, and I like to watch like film theory, and sometimes I also like to watch those what are they called again? It's like movie sense, I think, where they like go over movies and TV shows and stuff like that, and games also sometimes in game sense, which is a very specific type of video, and some people are gonna agree, some people are not, and so it totally makes sense that YouTube would suddenly recommend this video to me called something along the lines of The Wings Club Saga is a weird show or something like that. I've seen a few of said person's videos before. His style is always the same. His title is basically a copy-paste every single time, but with a new TV shows thing. And I didn't actually watch the video. I just thought, wait a second. Netflix made a live-action version of Winx Club? And so, I got Netflix. Well, I don't. My parents have an account that both me and my sisters are allowed to use as we'd like. Because that's what you use Netflix for. And so I went on Netflix and I was like, this is not gonna be any good, but you've caught my interest. I need to at least see what this is all about. And so I went on Netflix and I found the show right there in like top 9 in Denmark at the moment. Like, okay. And I watched a few episodes, and it was very clear to me right from the beginning that, yes, it's a Winx Club live-action show, and this is Winx Club's attempt to catch the interest of the people who watched the show as a kid. And I have to be completely honest and say that it worked. It is nothing like the Winx Club that I love and know and that I grew up with. I cannot say it is in any possible way. That would be a total and complete jackass lie. But despite that, I do think the drama works for it. I do think there's an interesting take on the characters. Because it's no longer just those sugar sweet girls who is running around with magical fairy powers and who somehow ends up in saving the magical dimension. Like 3 times before the first movie is even released, and even more times afterwards. Followed by them saving Earth a handful of times as well, and I mean, I've always loved Winx Club and all the idea about Winx Club, but I do like their idea that not all of them are princesses, and not all of, and like, it's not so kiddie and cartoony, which is really, honestly, nice, and the idea behind the show, this is live action, this is much different. I mean, we're no longer dealing with teenagers trying to save the world. Well, we are, technically, but we're also dealing with teenagers who we're dealing with someone like Bloom, who I don't understand their version of changeling at all. But fair enough. I guess I can allow them to do with changelings as they want. It's their show. I mean, changelings. I do think it's weird. I also think it's sort of interesting. But hold the idea about why Bloom is at Althea, and hold the storyline about her mom and so on. Parts of it feels unrealistic, but parts of it also feels like something they should have done way earlier in the show, in the actual show, because it works. It works kind of well for this kiddie TV show that's now been made into live action. And I love how they portray Stella, because I mean, Stella have always been a snob and into fancy clothes, and she's always looked at herself like she's better than everybody else. And sure, that changed a lot throughout the cartoon, and she becomes a better human for it, and so on and so on. And later on in the cartoon, we get more information. We get to know more about her and where she comes from and her parents and everything that's going on in her life. But I do think this take on Stella, where the way her mother is acting, it really gives her a different perspective, and it kind of allows her to be that dickhole. Because in the first few episodes of the show, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but Stella is being a complete dickhole. I'm not gonna watch this. It doesn't feel like the characters that I love and know. But as I got into the episodes, I was just like, oh my god. This is an actual really good and really interesting take on Stella as a character, and about what she's going through with her family and the throne. And I've always felt like the show was very centered on Bloom, and this show is too, but it's just such a different take on it, and I do think I sort of like it. And I do think that was the goal with the show. Sure, some newcomers might be interested in watching it, but I do think their primary target audience were those people who aren't just stumbling upon it on Netflix. It's those people that grew up with the show, the people who lived it and breathed it throughout their childhood, and who knows the show like they know Steven's Universe or Adventure Time, because they grew up with that as well. And as somebody who enjoyed the TV show as a kid, I do think I'm gonna keep watching it. I'm gonna see where they take the story. But it's not something I'd binge watch. An episode here and there, I think, is gonna be awesome, because it's, like I said, it's an interesting and different take on the characters that I grew up getting to know as a kid. But it's so much more than that too. But I think I'm going to end the episode here. It was probably a little bit shorter than so many of my other episodes are, and a little bit different because I was talking about Winx Club, Fate, the Saga of Winx Club. Honestly, please go watch it if you enjoyed the TV show as a kid. It's great. It's not perfect, but it's great. But thank you guys for watching this episode. I'm gonna get the last bit of gravel that we're going to need for a project, and then in the next episode, I think we're finally gonna finish the river.